This is the 96.5 Family Show. Heard weekdays from 6 on Brisbane's 96.5.
We've got the Family Show. We're back for 2011. Liam, Robbie and Ness. And we're going to get a lot of amazing stories over the next coming weeks and months of people who are just helping any way they can with the flood crisis as we rebuild the city. And I noted that Hi-5 were in town on the weekend. Last time I saw them was the Christmas Eve carols in the Domain. And they were just having a ball. They were singing on the telly. And yesterday they were singing to a different group of kids at evacuation centres around town. You'll know him as Tim from Hi-5. Tim Maddren joins us on the show. Hey, mate, how are you?
Good, Liam. Good, man. Good to hear from you.
Yeah. Hey, mate, well done. Thanks for getting out entertaining the kids. I know every little bit helps, but tough gig yesterday.
Yeah, it was really interesting. Stevie and I, because grown dudes, we turned up near the planetarium and we could see all the thousands of volunteers, and we thought, we felt a bit. Sort of at first, we were feeling a bit weird that we couldn't pick up a bucket and help out in that sort of way. And then we ended up going to the evacuation centres, and we really saw how much the kids sort of needed us out there. So it worked out that even though we weren't helping in the buckets and stuff, we had our own little way of helping. So,
well, it's so true in these situations, isn't it? There's more than one way to skin a cat, and I suppose the kids could get pretty bored in those evacuation centres.
Yeah, and I mean the guys from Save the Children are doing an incredible job. Honestly, they're working round the clock, helping the kids stay happy and out of trouble. And it's important because what's happening at the moment is all the parents are having to go and sort of sort out their lives and start their lives all over again, and the kids have to be entertained in the meantime. And so it's a very important job what's being done in those evacuation centres at the moment.
Take us behind the scenes of Hi-5. How much of it is live, what you do? Do you do a lot of the live stuff? Is that what you guys do, or is it all in studio stuff? Are you out in front of the kids very often?
Yeah, we are. I mean, we film the series, which takes 2.5 months. And after we've done the series, pretty much the rest of the year is live performing. So, or apart from recording the album, yeah, pretty much it's all live performing. So yes, there's heaps of time spent with the kids.
What was that like? That would have been a very unique gig, playing for kids that have just lost their homes.
Yeah, it was actually. It was interesting. They were really cuddly, really cuddly kids. I think after all they've been through, they're sort of craving some sort of support and stability or something. They were lovely kids. We ended up singing quite a few of our songs and stuff, and sitting down in circles and having a good time. It was a really special day. Amidst what's going on at the moment.
Yeah, kids are just kids, aren't they? In any sort of environment.
Yeah, they are, and in any sort of environment, they're up for fun. That's for sure. So
yeah,
they were certainly up for fun yesterday.
What sort of reaction did you get from the parents? Because I always get affected when people impact my kids. So knowing that you were, entertaining the kids, I guess the parents would have been fairly appreciative of that.
Yeah, they were. We there were a lot of thank yous from us, but that was it was. It's just when we have time with the kids, it enables the parents to be able to do what they need to be able to do, and some of the stories that we'd heard were quite incredible stories, and to give them a break, I think was a good thing to do.
Mate, what's it like doing something like that? And I don't want to call it a charity gig, but it's certainly a humanitarian gig, and you've got 1,000 cameras following you around. Does that sort of detract from it a little bit? Is that weird?
It is. I mean, it's a bit weird. You sort of, after a while, you just forget about it and you just do what you need to do. And for us, all it is making a kid smile. So yesterday, as I was saying to you before, there were cameras and photographers and all sorts of things around the area. But at the heart of it, the reason why we're up there is to help those kids have a good day and have fun, and I think we achieved our job.
Mate, you did, and
was nice.
You certainly did a great job, and we've spent some time in those evacuation centres ourselves, and they're not a great place. The spirits are lifting, and there's hope there, but it's just, there were some great country singers and footballers went through last week, and it just, as they said, it distracts them for a minute, and that's what they need right now. It
is. Like, I've been amazed. Like, although the floods have been horrific and huge. I really, you can't comprehend what it's like. You can watch that news coverage all the time, and then you actually see like the waterline 10 metres up in the air on a tree. Like, obviously the place has gone through a huge change in the last week. But the the spirit of people is incredible. Like, as we were driving around Brisbane, we went through, it was sort of near the planetarium, and we just saw car after car after car after car after car. And Adam, who was looking after us for the day, he said, those are the cars of all the volunteers. And then we saw the queues of volunteers that are around. Like, it really made me quite touched to see that everyone in Brisbane has each other's back, you know.
Well, mate, if we all do what we do well, the city will get back on track. You did it with the kids. We appreciate it. And nice to have you on the show, hey? Wish it could be under better circumstances. But thanks for the chat, Tim. Really appreciate it.
You're welcome, Liam. And just to all people who are up in Queensland, best wishes. And from what I've seen yesterday, there's a great spirit. It'll be a long road, but I'm sure that they'll get through it really well.
We will. That's Tim Maddren from Hi-5 on The Family Show.
The 96.5 Family Show. Weekdays live from 6 till 9 on 96.5 FM and via the web at 96five.com.